The mic is on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever remote of Watch Us Drink. You can tell we have a special guest with us today, the one and only. There is no substitute at all.
No.
If there was, there'd have to be 3 or 4 to equal the greatness that is the one and only Bourbon King, Michael King.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you for
The
joining
crowd
us.
goes wild.
Is that a fat joke?
No, it
Four.
was a fantastic
Oh, okay.
joke.
All right.
No, the fat joke was I had to move the camera around to fit in your broad ass shoulders.
Yeah. That's called a
I'll slide
fantastic
over.
joke.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me log in here so in case I have to, monitor the chat
Yeah.
via old school
Well,
channels here.
Once Utley gets us all checked in, we're going to squeeze him between the cheeks right here.
Yeah.
So probably not his first time ever
There
doing
we go.
that, but
He said he wanted to go half and half on the.
okay,
cheeks,
yeah,
so
just maybe
Just
your
in.
thigh, my thigh, maybe
something
just
like
split
that,
them.
yeah.
Up, Slagle's on.
Slagel's
There we
on.
go. Look.
Slagle, where the hell are you? Are you in the drive, the Hatfield and McCoy's drive where you're dodging between? Okay, little background.
Little background. Give him some
We are
background,
in
Josh.
the greatness of Joshua Creek Ranch. It's a fantastic hunting ranch just outside of Bernie, Texas. Not really just outside. It's a good ways. It's over the yonder from Bernie.
It is Bernie, like it. You spell it like it sounds.
Yeah.
Boerne.
You can tell
Bernie.
we're fitting in with the locals already.
We
with
have to.
Jared having a chaw in the middle of the show.
Fine.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime.
You do what you do, you know?
It's right. Anytime you're hunting, dude, you know this.
I
Deer
know.
stand,
I know.
anything.
Yeah.
Gotta it just sets you down a little bit. You
I
know
was
what I
thinking
mean?
more weekend at Bernie's, Bernie.
Yeah.
You know, not, so
Yeah.
I don't know that you spelled
Wait,
it really exactly.
You were
the way
surprised when
sound,
there was a
you know, so-
town that was Bernie?
Should we have called this whole thing Weekend at Bernie? Damn
I
it!
think
Why,
we missed
why
an
didn't you?
opportunity.
We did. We
missed-
missed an
we had
opportunity.
a couple opportunities. So I think there's a couple. You could have done Weekend at Bernie's or
Yeah.
Weekend
Yeah.
at Bernie in a little play. Gangbang's another one. It's a big bird shoot.
Wow, that's
So-
racist.
Um,
We're just putting things on the internet today.
We are a minute and a half in and he went with
Yeah.
gangbang. So our apologies.
And we're just drinking lemonades
To
for
the
right
crowd.
now. You can't drink before
It's
you
the
shoot.
long play.
It's the
Long
long
play.
play. It's what you have to do.
yeah.
apologies.
Oh man, no, you should never apologize. It's the internet. Have you seen the internet?
Yeah.
And all the
have you
shit
seen
that's on
this
there?
show? So
Yep.
we are in the greatness of outside of Bernie, Texas, Joshua Creek Ranch, doing the show. We did not want to miss the pod. We've been so
We didn't.
good over the course of the last probably 4 or 5 months. I think we've only missed one. That was
That's right.
clearly my fault. for being
Absolutely your fault.
Gone. You tried to do one without me. It did not go well.
Well, it didn't go
So-
well because who my guest host had to be, Tiny, which I'm sure right now he's working because he's filling in.
Yeah. So
And he's
thank you,
watching.
Chris. Shout out to Chris carrying the
Yeah.
load.
Chris, I hear, does that. Man, please,
Oh, it's gonna be
please
a good
don't
show.
unsubscribe if you've already subscribed.
Gonna be a great
right?
show. Also, Slagle says he's 2 mics out. I don't know if that's miles.
Yeah, I think
minutes.
so here's what happened. So yesterday we went and stocked up on gear for the hunt.
Yeah.
Of course.
And so we went to 511 and everybody's rolling in here in full tactical gear.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
I think they're going military lingo. This is where I
Okay.
think this is going.
Okay.
2 mics out. That's like knots.
Yeah, it's
2 clicks.
Two
click-
clicks.
that's-
There it
I
is.
think that's where they're going.
Okay.
So,
Okay. 2 clicks out.
what's your 20?
Yeah.
Well, so here we
Did
go.
we just lose something? Or
Nope.
no?
Nope.
Okay.
I put a hashtag together.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys hashtag King.
Hashtag King.
And here's what we're going to give away because we couldn't bring our own booze inside
There's
Joshua
half the
Creek
crew.
proper.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is at the end of this thing, right before we draw, you're going to pick a bottle. Okay. It's Michael King, the Bourbon King. Okay. It's his actual name, the Michael part. And I guess the King is too.
There's a middle.
Yep. We don't go by government names here.
No.
Welcome in Jake Utley to the chat. So at the end of this show, we're gonna see fucking rookies. This is what happens.
We were sliding in between the
Hey,
cheeks.
guys.
He immediately just went gone.
It's not as if we're live.
Hey guys.
Hey, the Jake Utley.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So
Someone had to go properly check in to the place,
Right.
you know.
Which we appreciate.
we just found a
very
quiet
much.
spot.
Yeah.
So damn it, would you guys let me finish the
Okay.
pitch?
Yep. Finish.
At the end of this, Michael King is going to tell us a bottle that he wants us to give away.
Okay.
Knowing his taste, it'll be a good bottle.
Not Weller Millennium.
Definitely not. Ooh.
Not OFC.
Should we give a
96.
pour away in the restaurant?
No.
Not of that. JTS Brown. We're going to give away a 4 of JTS Brown. I hope
In honor of the
Kevin's.
Bear not being
Yep.
not being able to be here today.
I hope Kevin's out there somewhere.
Kevin is in what do you say, Indianapolis?
I think that's right. He's in
Yeah.
Indy. He's visiting his homeland.
Nicole agreed. We will also miss
We
Chris.
will miss
We'll get
Chris.
into that here in a little
Yeah.
bit. We'll have a little segment for Christopher.
But before we do anything,
Yeah.
we got to thank our sponsor.
Even remotely.
Remotely, it's as if he's with us. You wouldn't be able to see it because he's so tiny anyways.
Right, yeah.
But member number 1, Michael Dunn, one and done with Budget Blinds. Thank you as always for allowing us to do this.
Yes. Appreciate you, Michael Dunn. You're
yep.
the man. Budget Blinds.
Again, hey, we're in March.
Yeah.
Contract negotiations start with new sponsors
Yeah.
April 1.
And once you go remote and you're out of the studio and you're hitting an entirely new audience, those negotiations, the platform changes a
It
little
does.
bit.
The
Big
viewership
time.
has accelerated.
It
For
does.
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you have guests on the class of Utley and King.
Yep.
Come on.
So
It's only helping our brand.
it is. By the way, I'm having to push the computer so far away. I have prescription spectacles.
Oh, what
Okay?
happened to your other spectacles?
Well,
You had some.
no, I don't need them. I need them to see this
can't
far
see.
away.
You
Like I
need to
have
see.
to.
Oh, I thought it was like, these are the only shades
Yeah.
that I have.
No,
there.
I'm not doing this to be cool or anything. I just can't see
Further
the
a guy that
comments.
can't read the
Yeah. I
commentary.
can't comment at all.
Yeah.
Damn it, Coop. Someone's supposed to be watching Chris watch the store while we're gone.
Right. Yeah. So, Kara, you're on notice.
Yep.
You're on Chris duty.
We're going to have your second evaluation in 2 weeks, Kara.
Yeah.
But Jake Utley, the Bourbon King, Michael King, we're going to hashtag King. You're going to give us a bottle. Let's keep it fair. Let's keep it
Yeah, well,
$125 and below.
Okay.
So at the very end, before we do the drawing, you're going to give us a bottle. Boom, it's hashtag King today. Okay?
Hashtag King.
There it is. Hashtag King. All right?
Are we gonna have an allotment for me to choose from? Is that what's
Nope.
happening?
No.
Or
You're
just
gonna
get
pick
to
it.
Choose. Okay.
As long as we can find it somewhere.
Because-
And we probably have it.
If nothing else,
Generally.
us 4 people are rules followers through and through.
Yeah.
So we're
Very,
drinking our
very
lemonades
much so.
and coffees.
And so for Claire, just details matter.
Details matter.
$125 secondary, retail, wholesale.
Wholesale.
Okay.
We operate. That's how much it.
Wholesale.
No, that's what Michael Dunn gives us to the pod to buy a bottle to put in a locker.
This is
Yeah.
this is not going to go well.
I make rules
the
up as we
CFO
go.
just got real fucking nervous.
I'm just.
Was that a, I think that was a.
What?
You had the applause, there was an F-bomb.
No, I didn't hear it.
There
I don't
was.
think you can prove it.
I watched the show, I
Yeah.
know the rules.
Does the screen keep getting wider, or do you keep scooting that way?
I'm an
You and
elbow
Jake are
guy.
bigger boys. Like,
Hey,
come
he
on,
told
squeeze
you
it in a little
earlier.
bit.
He's a first row,
Now we're
first
all-
class
now we're-
ILC
now
guy.
That's right.
Now we're kind of.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
But we can't bring the screen closer because you need the depth for
I need.
the.
Well,
for the glass.
I just need the microphone to pick us
For
up.
his
There we go.
90-year-old
There's an
eyeballs.
optimum here.
Josh,
somewhere.
anytime you get on one of these comments that you want, hover over it and hit show on screen.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
Sweet. Thank
much
you.
like that.
Slagle
Slagle
with
Boston Readers.
Damn it,
coming in
Slagle.
clutch.
I don't need him to read because then I'd feel like Chris.
Oh,
He's
Kara.
aged himself by like 10 years. Right
Kara's informing you that she did her schedule. Cat's on it, so
It's amazing that when
she's
we
learned
leave,
lessons from you already.
Coop, our newly promoted assistant general manager,
Congratulations, Coop.
first day you and I are gone.
An applause.
Yeah, it is. Very,
We're
very
missing
well
the
worth it.
board. We're gonna work on this.
I was
We're gonna
waiting for the
retool.
crickets. The
Yeah.
crickets button.
They have it innately in
It's
here,
a
but that's
crowd
just too
pleaser.
much.
It's a crowd pleaser.
So you guys hashtag King, King. Michael's going to give us at the very end of this thing a bottle that we're going to give away. Okay, and then we'll do the drawing. But guys, I haven't been more excited about a hunt in a long time, and I'm going to tell you what. We're popping my quail and pheasant cherry here.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I've never shot those kind of birds. It's usually, really, it's only dove. I've only bird hunted dove.
So I think that's another missed opportunity for the name of the weekend. Papa Cherries could have been. I think that
Damn it.
this is happening not only just for you,
Yeah.
but there's other people in our live studio audience
Yeah.
who are doing the same thing. So I think we've got 4 or 5 good names.
Hey, and we're all fathers here. Does that make us the cherry poppin' daddies? We're missing a lot of opportunity, I think.
And this is going to be all weekend long.
All weekend long.
We will have an infinite plethora of
infinite
naming
plethora.
opportunities.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
now opened Pandora's box.
It
Congratulations.
has been.
Remember this moment
Yeah.
later when we are absolutely wheels
The
off.
question is, do we take notes and do we keep a list of these and
No.
do a Harris poll at the end?
Ooh.
Or does it just evolve into, and we kind of diverge into some.
If
Yeah.
you watch the show enough, you know
Be converged.
we don't take notes for shit.
No,
Yeah.
we
We're
have
the
got
idea
all
here.
sorts
guys.
of Harris Bowl today.
Oh,
We gotta
yeah,
have a
lot of
scribe.
Harris Bowl.
Yeah,
He's a big Harris Bowl guy.
yeah,
Okay.
big Harris
Big
Bowl
time.
guy. I can tell already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I voted for the other guy, not
Not Harris.
Harris.
Oh,
Poll.
not that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you feel me now?
I'm following where you're going with this.
Well, shit, we've got a few things to talk about.
We do.
Okay.
A couple.
We have branched. We've been doing this particular pod at which you guys have viewed it. Some have been in live studio audience. We typically don't have the pleasure of Bourbon King being here because he's out of Houston.
Traveling the world. He's in Korea. He's in
Well,
Uzbekistan.
well,
he's in Canada.
Michigan.
Michigan, same thing.
We have put his pictures on blast from when he texts us from the Bahamas.
That's true.
And
Turks and Caicos.
Caicos.
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Turks and Caicos, all the things.
Whatever random ass place that he's drinking super
Yep.
high end whiskey at 9:30 in the morning.
Yep. So there's a couple of, I think, quintessential watch us drink questions. Okay, that I would like your
I
input.
love this.
Okay.
Yes.
The first, so we just
and Jake too, because we
That's
have
what I'm
never had
saying.
him
Yeah.
on the
Nope.
pod, so we
We-
need the
we
interaction.
need, and these
chime in
people,
as needed.
the 10 people we've got online right now, need to know what they're getting into with YouTube.
Seven
Most
of
of
them
them
are here on
were
our.
related.
It's all 7 are right here. Actually, I think they're watching from one phone.
I think so.
Okay. And they're
I think
just,
it's
If they were
on
real
one
friends, they would
watch.
log on individually so we get more viewers.
I think so.
But
well, they did, someone hashtag King earlier. So here's one of the quintessential questions, okay?
Okay.
Present company excluded, so you can't pick someone else. You plus 3 others in a hot tub. Dead or alive, but it has to be a
yeah.
real person,
Yeah.
okay? Who are the other 3 people you're sharing a hot tub, good times, probably some cigars if I know you both, bougie Clase Azul ranch waters, a neat pour of many different things.
Yeah.
The proofier, the better. Proofy is a word on this pod. Okay. So, who are the other 3 dudes or chicks, I guess, who are going to be in your hot tub?
Yeah.
By the way, there is a hot tub here.
we did see it on the way in. There's also a bar here.
And I may or may not have strategically forgot to bring my swimsuit, so it's going to be that kind of.
Hey,
You're just going commando.
We're
in the
going-
hot tub.
Well, it'll be a game time decision.
we're going cherry pop and daddy soup
I think
tonight.
the first one for me would be Mike Tyson. I would
Yeah,
go Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson, 100%.
In
Okay.
your hot tub.
Yeah.
Porqué, why? Just because he's so wheels
I
off,
think
you
he's
never
somebody
know.
that I think I've always kind of wanted, like he's like the one person I remember seeing in Vegas once, like he was doing an autograph session or something. And I was like, that was the only time I've ever felt like I want to go to that. I never did, but that was
Yeah.
like, I actually had an
So you
interest.
fanboy a little bit over Iron Mike?
I mean, I grew up with Tyson, right?
Yeah,
so
for
it's,
sure.
You know, more the non
Yeah.
the non-legal issues
Yep.
version of Tyson. But, I think he'd be somebody on my list. That was the first one that I thought.
I don't think we ever had Mike Tyson.
No, we didn't, but I love the pick because he's been through some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he could
stories.
like
Yeah.
pull back the curtain a little bit,
Yeah.
and he's wheels off enough to have some good hot sports opinions.
Yeah.
I like it.
So the second one I would do is this is my Texas connection, the only real
Come on.
Texas connection I have.
Come on.
So back in the day when I was I followed basketball,
Yep.
my favorite basketball player of all time, number 34 from the Houston Rockets, Hakeem
Oh,
Olajuwon.
Akeem the Dream.
The
Okay.
Dream. So I modeled my basketball game.
Oh.
I put the Dream Shake into my high school basketball
Of course.
repertoire. And it basically looked the same, a little
Yeah.
bit shorter, but otherwise it looked about the same.
Yeah.
About
Hey,
the same.
get me on a
can
court and
imagine.
I'm trouble. Last week I effed around and got a triple double. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm picking up Julian.
Yeah.
I need to think on the last one.
Okay.
So why don't we defer
Turn to-
maybe
turn to Jake.
All right.
I'll jump into my first one. I think someone that comes to mind would be
If you guys could keep it down in the studio
In the
audience,
studio, just
I'm kidding.
You have to get that
kidding.
quiet.
No.
I mean, now it's awkward.
I mean, it is
Bring it
helpful
down
though.
off
Thank
11
you.
to just-
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'd go with Arnold Palmer, I think.
Ooh.
The true GOAT of
Yeah.
the golf world. And
Dude, you know, I picture, great choice. That dude is chasing lung darts in the hot tub. I think he's wearing a swimsuit and still his old school polo. Like, I
yellow-
think
the
he's
yellow
a
old
shirt. Yes,
He maybe
he's
has
a
taken
shirt in
off
the
the
pool.
sweater, but
Yes.
he's definitely got the polo.
He seems
top
like a
button
shirt in the
buttoned.
pool kind of guy.
Yeah.
Who did you say? Arnold Palmer?
And he's drinking
the stories.
his
I mean,
Oh, I
namesake.
bet, yeah. And he
Yeah.
has a drink. I mean,
He's
I
drinking
enjoy the
Arnold
drink
Palmer's
Oh
all
my
day.
gosh.
often.
there's a cigarette in one hand, there's a drink in the other, and
That's it.
the stories are endless.
Endless.
I mean, you don't have to worry about trying to pick up some space in there. It's
Damn,
it's
that's a
just
good one.
is a
Why
good
didn't we
one.
choose a golfer?
I don't know.
We put John Daly and I think our foursome to play with.
Also a drink.
Yep.
Oh,
Also a
dude.
drink.
Yep.
John Daly would be
Oh, it'd be-
phenomenal.
that'd be a good time.
God, can you
That's
imagine?
changing the angle. I mean,
That's true. That's true.
I mean, that'd be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is changing the angle.
Okay.
Okay. So who else is in your hot tub in the Cherry Poppin' Daddy's soup?
It's a T-shirt, by the way.
It is
It's at
100%.
least a
Cherry
t-shirt.
Papa
It's
Daddy
at least-
soup with
George
just dudes
Strait.
and
Yeah.
Okay,
George
yeah,
Strait.
the king.
Okay, so
He
by
was
the
in
way,
mine.
I gotta
Yeah.
tell you, I'm not a country music guy. This playlist on the route out here,
Yeah.
I gotta take it.
very tough.
Do your
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
It's a
So
very tough sled.
I made a playlist, the Bird Mercenaries. That's the name of the group
Name of the
chat,
group chat.
That Mike put together for all of us that are hunting this weekend.
Current name of the group.
Current name. It's going to be Cherry Poppin' Daddy Birds. And so one of the things we did, because we've had this discussion. I ride shotgun. I prefer not to drive, but I'm DJ. I control the aux in the tent, right? And so I'm fiddling around on Spotify, and I'm like, you know what? I'd like to hear what other guys are listening to on their road trip down to Boerne, Texas. So I put a collaborative playlist out there, and yes, it was filled with mostly country music.
But you got to start somewhere.
You have
That's
to.
your contribution to the playlist.
That's exactly it.
So it was going to be interesting to see who added what,
Yeah.
and nobody added shit except for Mike, and
I added some gems. I don't know. Did you guys get to them?
Oh yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Anytime you include Paul Wall, that's your H-Town roots
Yeah, we
coming
were
out.
sitting here, and all of a sudden it just starts hammering. And I was like, "Oh shit! Like, is this coming from this guy?"
You're like, nope.
And all of a sudden he reaches over, and we go from like one volume to 50.
Yeah.
It's like, ah.
In the middle of
You gotta
what
let
was
it-
another one? Break Your Neck.
Break your neck,
Was on
Busta
there.
Rhymes.
Yeah,
You
Busta
got to have
Rhymes.
Busta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a couple of quality contributions
Still
from
tipping.
you.
Did you get that one?
We
Mike
got that
Jones.
one.
We did. Yeah.
Anytime you can go Mike Jones,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's a thing.
See, the problem is the only one that we heard was Break Your Neck. Otherwise, it was
It was.
1940s Oregon Trail country for 2.5
This guy.
hours.
This guy.
Listen, the name
And
of the
it
group chat could be
concluded
Oregon
with
Trail Country.
The Hatfield and McCoy tour we just took for the last 15 minutes
Yeah.
of this ride. So
Yeah,
That's
we-
something I was not anticipating. We
yeah, that was a button hook for sure.
off
was.
the main road, you're still 10 miles, 8 to 10 miles from here. I was trying to think of what my GPS said at the time because it was like 8 miles, 25 minutes.
Yeah, we
I was
had
like,
a, we
what
had
the
a,
hell?
we had a problem with that. We're like, there's no way.
Yeah.
It just can't be. We turned right.
We're going to make up time. We're going to zip in there. But then you turn off the road and you go into what can only be described as like a Texas deliverance type setup. There was so much old dilapidated farm equipment and there wasn't like property lines anywhere.
Oh, no.
I'm like, do you think they even know like whose is what? Like whose
No.
1962 shredder that is
Yeah.
in pieces next to the 1927?
It's like the South Texas Terlingua. Like it's
Yeah.
going here to just.
That's another
The car
T-shirt.
lineup
South
was a
Texas
nice touch,
Terlingua.
though. The car train.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a nice little
Yeah.
set 'em up.
I told
Fence.
Josh when we were driving by that it's like the old, if you've seen Cadillac Ranch, where the Cadillacs are upside down and it's a whole thing. It was kind of like that. I was like, Josh, if we had known about this and could get Wi-Fi signal, we should do the pod from one of these old ass cars.
That would
have been
I was waiting
amazing.
for like clowns to pop out of those cars.
Uh-huh.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. This
Little
is
circus. Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about how we were glad we made it through there, and actually, we're like other people probably came a different route. We took the shortcut,
Yeah,
and the caveat was you have to survive.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Houses.
Could you imagine driving? Because we saw a couple of dead bucks out there on the side. Could you imagine driving that at night?
so, no.
Like-
and
No,
we were
that road
thinking
was
about-
bad.
So
Yeah.
we're certain. We had this discussion. There are certainly some unregistered deaths that have happened in
Oh,
that little section.
100%.
This whole probably 300 square miles is a train station. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, complete with, it's like, you're old when you drive through and I go, hey, is that oak wilt? It looks like all of those oak. And he's like, I think that is oak wilt. And we spend 5 minutes and I'm
Quality
like,
conversation.
we are
It is.
so old.
we are so old. We're so
Trying to decide if
country.
it was a fire that came through, but we didn't see any
Yep.
charred
Nope.
bark on any of the trees or anything. I'm like, I think all those oaks.
Okay, so Jake's got one guy in his hot tub.
And then he's got his glasses
got
on.
two.
Look at the end of his nose.
There's two in my hot.
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold
George Strait.
and
George
George.
Strait,
Yeah, King
yeah.
George.
You got the music. So you
Yeah.
got it.
Yep.
You got two part going here. But it is 1940s. Old man.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
would, I would say I'm kind of I can lean a couple of different ways here. Somebody that would be interesting to talk to, and then just kind of more of a historical.
Yeah.
figure. My favorite music genre artist, Tom Petty. I would.
God,
probably
he'd be
go
a
with
good
Tom
one
Petty.
too. He'd be
Okay.
a good one.
Tom Petty. The other debation I was having was Joe Rogan. Just I think
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a billion
That's a
stories
solid
there. but
choice.
I feel like that's too safe on a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be I'd like to go have a drink
I
with
think
Joe.
Joe comes up almost every podcast
Yeah,
just
it's-
because
that's too
he's
easy,
so
and that's why-
smart.
that's
He's
why I
so
mean-
like,
Yeah.
he's so like he really is educated. He reads a ton. He talks to some like really smart people, and everybody's like, oh, he's just a UFC guy. No, he is like
Yeah.
way deeper than that.
Yep. And what's great about him is it doesn't care like the background of the guest he cares about because he wants to genuinely know more. It's not like there's extreme bias. I mean, I think he's probably played out that way in the last 6 months, or people target him
Yeah.
with that. But he genuinely just wants to have a conversation and learn why you believe what you believe and what you believe and all those kind of things.
And he's specific to that. He'll say that. Like he'll have some controversial people that show up on the podcast.
Yep.
Like, "Ooh, I mean, you're more on this side. Of
Yep.
it." And he's like, no, I really just would like to invite them. They're probably not going to show up, but I just want to learn
Yep.
who they are, know more about them.
Do you guys remember those? This was maybe a couple years ago. Remember those T-shirts? A lot of white women had them, and it was like these 4 things. They had them on canvas bags and everything. And it was like margaritas, Etsy, blah 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 blah. You guys remember
I
those?
thought you were going live, laugh, love.
It's
That's
the
why-
it's
that's
the
why I
same
thought
thing.
there was only 3, so
I think
figured there was-
our T-shirts need to be our 4 hot tub guys, like King, Mike Tyson, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Tom Petty. See, that lets
That's
me
a-
know something
that-
about you.
It says a lot of things. I don't know what it says, but it says something. But when you see, for example, those 4 names, you're curious.
You're
That's
just
curious
it.
for sure.
Yeah. A lot of times it'll tell you maybe all you need to know about somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody pops up and they've got some controversial names on there. You're like,
Yeah.
I may want to know kind of how they got there, how they're there, but I don't probably want to hang out and have a couple
Yeah.
of drinks with them.
Ooh, Theo Vaughn, Becky. If that's
Ooh,
Theo,
Well,
Theo
the
Vaughn.
oven, the oven, yeah.
Haven't
That's-
seen much of him, but we'll be there Thursday.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, when he's in town.
Get him on when he's in town.
So I think you get him on the pod, but he's at least got to be at the Commonwealth. I mean, he needs there needs to be a
Surely
has to
somebody has told him by now. If you're going to this area,
I
this
think
is the
so.
only
I think
place
so.
you
I
can
think
go.
so.
He could be one of the 12 viewers right now.
You never know.
Yeah.
Hey Theo, when you're in town, you're invited.
Yep.
Somebody hashtag Theo, so they might pick it up on the
just
algorithm
call
or
him.
something.
Yeah.
Solomon.
And I
That's a
don't,
good point. I'll
I don't
text him real
think, I
quick.
don't think he does cocaine or drinks anymore. I think he's like completely sober now. But dude is still
I think he
hilarious.
turned
He's all
off the
good.
switch.
I think you had to.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got your 4. We got to go to Jake for his final hot tub guy.
I think you got to go with the original Parrot Head.
The original parrot
Jimmy
head,
Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
Man.
We started
a good
talking
one.
about this, and you're like, it's going to say a lot about your people. It's like, it does, but then I'm going to throw a wild card here and go another singer.
That's it.
But, I mean, I don't think that's
Jake-
a pretty good one.
Are you a music guy?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to be.
Music, beach,
So
that's kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
And golf.
And dude, we are breaking into your golf game day now.
I
Fortunately,
may-
we get to shoot birds today.
Yeah.
But I did just get back from Cabo, so it's a little bit still in the mindset.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
Tell me you're privileged without telling me you're privileged. I just got back from Cabo.
Here we go.
Came in to hunt birds.
walked right into that.
Going to see you did.
Well, dude,
You did.
listen. Hey, I have a bone to pick with Bear, and I hope he's one of our 2 people that are still on
Yep.
this pod now. But oh wait, what did Becky say? Theo.
Not in the
Okay.
hot tub, the pod.
Oh, I am right now in the hot tub.
Wait, you were in the hot tub with Theo Vaughn right now, Becky?
Weird.
Let's get him on.
I mean, congrats.
Yeah,
Good
it's
job. I've bone to pick with Bear because he called me out after a couple of weeks ago. That explains the tequila.
Clase Azul Ranch Waters.
Yep.
I think Jake has been.
Now I'm jumping. I'm
yes.
piecing it.
He's
It took me
been-
a second to listen. Sorry.
He's been typecast now.
that's the word I was looking for. Jake has absolutely been typecast.
we all know. We'll
The
post
Clase Azul drinking, beach surfing, parrot head
Yeah,
Jake.
we're gonna post some pictures of what everybody wears to hunt
Yeah.
later, and I can't wait.
It's gonna
Can't
be my
wait,
favorite thing.
because some of us had to stop at Bass Pro on the way here
Oh, man.
just to buy something
Hey,
that
I will tell
resembled
you, you don't need to.
presentable.
But we got an orange vest, and I'll always
Just
have
wait
it
till
now.
you go into that.
Is there a pro shop?
Oh, it's bad.
Uh
It's real
oh.
bad.
Holy shit.
Sorry, babe. Hey, but this is a
gonna
work
be a
trip,
problem.
It is a work trip.
so sorry, accountant.
Yeah.
No. So my bone to pick with Bear is
It's everything you were explaining.
he was making fun of me because on some he was like, "Oh, you're so privileged," and I'm like, "What did I say?" Because I'm the least freaking
Yep.
privileged person ever. And he was like, "Well, you said that your goal is one day to go on a vacation where you have like a private chef," and I'm like,
That's not privilege. That's a dream.
"Is that not like if I said, hey, every vacation I go on, I have to have a private
Right.
chef go with me? Sure, yeah, Privileged asshole. Absolutely. I mean, we already are because we own a bar in Morgan's Point.
Yes.
We think we're important,
Yeah.
whatever. But that's a goal. I haven't done it yet. I would love to do it. Both these assholes are being quiet over here because they probably do it every damn trip they take.
We do have a private chef here this weekend with us. His name is also Jake Utley.
Oh, hey.
You're welcome.
It was
Can
funny.
you just send it back if the steak's not cooked right? dude?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
I'd
absolutely-
probably get to throw it back at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
berate
the
him
difference. That's the
about
difference.
the preparedness.
At least
The
we're
chef does fight back a little bit more.
That
Okay.
is private
The one
chef
behind
does
the
fight.
door, yeah.
We
Especially
did,
after he drinks his Clase Azul Ranch waters.
Yeah, he's going to be
It's a little
9
sauced.
ranch waters deep, just throwing Wagyu steaks at everybody. We did do a little shopping this morning, so that was good. We got some quality ingredients.
Yep.
So we were ready to go. Commonwealth has sponsored one of the meals, so
Yep.
Excellent.
yeah,
Excellent.
it's gonna be
Thank you.
Thank you,
fantastic.
True
Thank you.
Harvest.
Thank
Can
you.
only have
Yep.
the best.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You know, locally sourced.
The best.
And Iron Table Wagyu has also contributed to the weekend. So
Shout
Jad
out,
and team,
Jad.
y'all are
Yep.
badasses. Thank you. Okay, all right. So we
Okay,
got the 4.
you ready?
4 and 4.
4 and 4.
Okay.
But now
So-
on to the next.
On to the next one.
So how many
Podcast
questions
question.
are there in the quintessential? Is it 5? Is
Well,
it
there's
like-
2 questions, 3 parts each.
Fair enough. And then do any of those parts have articles under
Yes,
sub-articles?
Yes.
absolutely.
Excellent.
We knew our audience. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of Bourbon King's bits. Anytime he poses a question, multiple parts, multiple articles per part, you just know.
Part
It's
3
a
of
whole
sub
thing.
letter A,
And you never
paragraph 2.
actually get past the first part of the first
Yeah.
article.
It's all in the
so-
setup. The setup is key.
And it's
So like the lid was supposed to be put back on that
Yeah,
to
that was a
keep
miss.
that
That was a miss.
cold. So if you
was-
don't mind, thank you,
Oh
sir.
for 1. Oh for
That's
1.
that's
I'll
on
take the
on the
hit
king
that
over
one.
here.
I'll
I
take the hit
did,
on that one.
when we stopped by 7-Eleven, we did feel a bit like drug runners because
Got it.
we put our Twisteds down and then put the True Harvest on top of it. Shh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about
We're just gonna have to really be diligent about our time.
Our time.
Yeah.
We're gonna be out at 1:25.
1:25.
1:25. So we got 20 minutes left. Okay.
that. 15, 10.
And we are filming at least one more podcast version at some point.
Over cocktails at night, either tonight or tomorrow
And I
night.
don't know, we may or may not do another live. Who knows?
be there.
We'll push it out if
We can do what we want. This is America.
Listen, and our wives aren't here to tell us what to do. So that's the better part.
Man.
I think
I'm going to
there's-
turn
that's a
off
cycle.
comments real quick.
I think I think a live is definitely possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
More
why
so
not?
possible.
Definitely.
Not
Okay, no.
possible.
But
We
you,
just wanted to honor our time
Yes, we
today.
had to.
We wanted to be here at noon. We wanted to introduce everybody, set the stage, and we wanted to give away our bottle because we say what we do what we say, and we say what we do.
That's exactly right. But I think the king has a couple of topics he wanted to discuss. Am I right? Am I wrong in
quick
saying that?
hitters?
Well, I thought we were going to the quintessentials.
No, no. I think
We're just gonna hot
I
round
think
them.
we
You're
learned.
deferring?
Yeah, I think we learned enough about you when you picked Mike Tyson, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Tom Petty
You
in your
don't want
hot
a quick
tub.
hitter? Is it a quick hitter question or is it a?
No,
what's
they're
the
more in
next-
depth,
what's
and
the
we'll go
next
on
one?
for 20 minutes.
We have
we don't-
19 minutes
Yeah,
left.
19 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you, what's the data set that you have on the age demographics of your
Of our audience,
pod audience?
Age demo
Do
for
you
our
have-
pod audience.
I would
what
say,
generation.
yeah, I would
wanna-
say we're Gen X to older millennials. No, we're Gen X and maybe a couple boomers.
I don't know what that
Okay.
means.
Older millennials,
Okay, so the first. So
35 to
first-
55.
part of
35 to
I don't know the
55.
terminology.
I'm like
Yeah,
Z
I don't
and
either.
X, and
Yeah,
what's
I
the
don't-
cutoff, and where's the overlap, and then there's
Which
the
is, which is partially the point of.
baby
second
boomers
part
I
of the
get,
question.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had to ask that question.
Okay.
So then I can ask my real
Yeah.
question, which is the second part of a two-part, three-part.
There it is.
article question. The question is, if you could eliminate a generation from the Earth,
Yep.
which generation would you?
Well, it's what's difficult
And
is
why?
this is a fantastic question. Number one, my kids are my younger generation. So can I still keep my kids? If not, that's okay. I just need to know. I need to know what I'm choosing.
I need to know I'm
Interpretation
eliminating
of the
them.
question. So
Yeah.
if you have some
This is where
caveats
you
to
get
your
in trouble if
answer.
you don't
Okay.
stop and start on each.
So like,
Yeah.
if you want
100%.
older generation, you can still keep your like, if you wanted to put some caveats, I would allow.
There's some exemptions that are
People you can
allowed
keep,
on the
but the rest
genocide
not.
that
I'll
you're
give you two
proposing.
exemptions, so you have to choose.
What
Just
if you-
kidding. You
What?
can- You can,
Well,
You got to pick.
see,
What's your two favorites?
I don't have a dad. My mom is a little off there, so I can end the one above me, and I'm fine with it. I don't have anybody old.
He doesn't even have any
I ain't got
exemptions.
anybody. There's no exemption for above me. But I'll tell you what. Can it also be a little bit towards just a class and identity of people? I don't know if they necessarily fit a generation.
He's about to get
Okay.
racist.
Nope, not racist.
So I intentionally asked the first question the way
To
I
get to
asked
this
the
part?
question, to
Okay.
make sure we didn't go down other potential demographic
Yeah.
paths.
I warned you about this weekend.
Yeah.
That we're going to go down paths with this one.
I had
that-
to add a whole
yeah.
first part to my
Yeah.
question.
And he still figured out how to navigate to it.
I want to get rid of the generation that if I walk into a coffee shop, okay, or bar, I want to get rid of, and I don't mind dudes with long hair, that's fine. But the man bun, deep V, sandals with socks, sweatpants tucked into the sock, whatever generation that dude is, ending it now.
Okay, I mean, that's a fair
They're
answer.
they're chaining themselves to a tree, but also want freedom.
Oh, we
and
passed him on the way in.
exactly,
Yes.
exactly. He was next to all those old cars over there.
Well, he was. He was probably one of those lost
Sleeping in
souls
there?
at some point.
Yeah.
So whatever generation that guy is the one I'm eliminating off the top.
He was the guy that the hunting ranch next door let loose last week for the live hunt, and he somehow is still,
That's why he was on the
he still survived.
he was on the inside of the high fence.
Yeah,
That's what it
exactly.
was. Yeah.
So how clear are we that this hunt isn't like one of those movies where it's like The Game or something where,
We're not clear at all.
That was Ice-T. He was that guy,
you know what I mean?
right?
Like,
We know nothing about this hunt.
We don't. Jake set it up. That tells you something about Jake.
A lot of people here.
A lot of people here.
there's a lot of people in this area, but not outside. Like,
Yeah.
That just hit me like just now, and I'm kind of getting weird about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, we are in a room with
And the
nobody
question
else.
is
Yeah.
really at
which
the
one
moment.
of us, of the group?
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry,
Yeah.
carry on.
So I do have two goals, okay? Sidestep the landmine generation question for a hot second.
Yeah.
I have two goals this weekend. Two goals, and two goals only. Don't shoot a person, and don't shoot a dog. That's my two goals.
Two good goals.
If I can walk away from
big,
here
big
on
goals.
Sunday, and I've accomplished that, I've won.
So I followed that up when he said it earlier with, honestly, I would just rather shoot a person.
I would absolutely,
Because
on
I-
accident, on
Hey, a good
accident.
hunt dog is way harder to
Yes.
train and to get going than random dudes that
and the
come and do
person
these
next to-
hunts.
next to you right
And
now.
there's a greater likelihood of survival if a human gets shot, Dick Cheney'd,
Yeah.
than a dog does. So take out one
By
of
the
us
way, here's an
instead of the
answer
dog.
from one of our regulars, Nicole, also a member like you two guys. Gen Z, but keep my kids, I guess.
If I have to use my
See,
exemptions.
Nicole, that's where I was
I'll use
going
them on my
with
kids.
that whole
Exemptions
thing.
are also optional, right?
Yeah.
Optional. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to
have
use
an
it.
exemption.
So, Jake, did you have time to ponder this question?
What was the question?
If you could get rid of an entire
long
generation,
This one.
Yeah.
what was your
So this is
thought
where
process?
I get slippery with where does the age stop and start
Yes,
generation.
same.
That's why I think I went towards a
But
targeted
there's a
person.
generation, there's a group below the age of my brother and sister, so it's like 20, 18, like
yep.
somewhere in there.
It's my oldest
where they-
son.
Where they walk around with these, ear pods in.
Yep.
All the time, hoodie on, down the street, just a robot, possibly a robot.
Yeah.
That generation just needs to go.
Yeah.
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 Like, because they're not bringing anything to society.
Yeah. So I
Sure.
feel, it feels like both of your answers are targeted people
Yes.
oriented more so
Because
than the
that
entire
person is
generation.
multiplied into
Yeah.
its own little generation. in
It has.
these cities.
It's a nice political turn on the question.
It is, but I'll tell you what,
it's
it comes,
a safe play.
what
But
it's
it's that
them-
age. I mean, that age
No, I
itself
hear you.
could go
I hear
too.
you. Yeah, I hear you.
it's the generation, we're going to name it something. It's the generation that's never gotten their ass whooped. In school,
Yeah.
by
It
another
needs an ass
person
Yes.
that needs that is the new name of that generation. Because that can be an older person too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some people walk around here never having their
I know
ass
some
whooped.
old people
It
that
just
need to get in a
becomes a
fight.
category.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it comes with accountability because when we were growing up, if you talk shit to somebody, you had to pay the piper.
It was coming.
You did.
Like, yeah, I'm like, hey, I have gotten my ass kicked many times. Now,
Yep.
I've been on the other end sometimes. I've been at a shit ton of fights over my life.
Rarely, but
most of
yeah.
them related to me running my mouth, and I learned when and how to run it,
Yeah.
how to be funny with it instead of like hurtful with it.
Yeah.
And we
Sometimes
also
it's
had
both.
to talk shit in person.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
other-
There's no
that's the other-
texting.
there's
and
no
online
there's
and
no
that bullshit.
keyboard warriors. You wanted to say something
Yeah,
about
yeah,
somebody,
yeah,
you
yeah,
said
yeah,
it
yeah.
to
I call
them.
them computer warriors all day long.
Josh, what's your answer?
An entire generation. So my logic brain goes, well, just get rid of the oldest people first, like because
I
then
mean, look at them.
they're going to be done.
They've already lived their life.
anyway,
Yeah,
right?
they've already lived their life.
They're holding on to some generational wealth that they could potentially release, and then you got a little trickle down theory, that may boost the economy a little bit, might give everybody an opportunity to spread their wings. So I'm probably getting rid of all the old people.
Okay.
And if you've ever been anywhere around Georgetown, Texas, and around Sun City, you want them gone.
Hey, we need the water back.
We need them gone.
Brother. Also spoken
So-
as a construction and
Yeah,
developer.
generational wealth gets released. We get the water back.
I
It's
think
everybody's happy.
someone needs to fact check me, but I think it's like 65% of the water in Georgetown is all expenditure out at Sun City.
And 98% of all grocery store aisles are taken up with slow ass oldies.
Well, the water is because they're all trying to take showers to get rid of all the STDs that keep passing.
That part's
around
true.
in there. So
As if just running water over your junk is going to get rid of
Not
that.
gonna help.
It
We
ain't
tried.
going to
It
help.
looks
No.
like they're sitting on their own little aquifer. Everything's green, water's
Yeah.
running in the streets. I mean,
yeah,
makes
but,
sense.
but to them, what do they care? They're not trying to conserve for later generations, which
No,
again,
not at
just
all.
awesome.
they're not walking out.
Kill
Not
the
at
old
all.
people.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Give us the water back.
So you came up with this question. So what's your answer there, King?
I'm going to take the Jared approach, and I do feel like as an out of stater,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and spending a lot more time here.
Yeah.
with our-
And you're,
our
because you're
project
from
that
the
we're doing.
north, right?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yep, the other
Yep.
sunshine state. Yeah.
There ain't no sunshine in Michigan.
My experience here in Texas, particularly with driving, is really bad. It's terrible. It takes everybody a half hour to turn a damn corner.
We didn't have the greatest experience the last.
And I'm not talking about you got to wait for traffic to turn. I'm talking about there's no cars and you're just turning, just go. It's
Yeah.
just like this long, slow drop. And then, by the way, this is a related
Yep.
second part of my answer.
Okay.
Where are the roundabouts?
Oh my God.
I need roundabouts.
Yeah.
I think public service should just completely abolish four-way stops and just go to all roundabouts. That's just my personal opinion.
So, but where do we get to the people that die?
Yeah. You got to kill someone.
Poor drivers in Texas that take half hour to turn.
I feel like that's very targeted.
It is.
Motorcyclists that cut in front of you.
Whole everybody.
Ooh, don't get started.
I think this is
Somebody's
this
wife
is
here
my-
has run over a guy on a motorcycle before.
My theory on driving is you should drive so that everybody else can drive as if you are on the road, which means if you pull out in front of somebody, you haul ass, get out of their way, okay? And if there's a debate on who should go, just go.
Yeah.
Just go, get out of their way so they can take a half hour to make the corner. Drive as if everybody else can drive, that as if you're not on the road.
So you've probably seen the reason, and I don't know that I know what you drive, but I know for us three at least, there's a reason we drive pickup trucks with grill guards on them. You know, like
I have a
in
pickup
bigger
truck.
trucks,
No,
and it's
no grill guard, don't
but
need
it's
the
well, deer around here. You know, it's really for
this
them.
whole thing. I've hit 2 deer, but ain't carrying.
See
Sorry.
the reason.
I need a.
But there's
Deer are dumb people. I mean, it's just both.
it is
Same.
yeah, and they're both
Okay.
little lumps.
You're driving down a dark road at night. There's a homeless guy that walks out on the road, and there's a 190-inch buck that walks out on the other side of the road.
You have to run over one
You
of
have
them.
to hit one of them.
Kicking the ass end out, taking a boat down.
Wow, he's
Just
sideswiping.
kidding. Just kidding.
He's going both
I
of
would,
them.
I would take the deer down.
Of course you would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But here's the problem: that deer is going to pop up in your windshield and take you down with it.
that part's true.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a big ass
The
bug.
homeless guy's lower, not like he's probably just going
Yeah.
underneath. You'll never know him or see him again.
I don't know that there's a appropriate or correct answer to this.
What if you knew the homeless guy was a really slow driver?
But I think, I think there's a cause. And
You're going to
effect.
kill him anyway.
There's a cause and effect of the reasoning why. It's the same
Okay.
thing, manifesting itself in different ways. But I would take the deer out. Some of us are good enough drivers where we can hit the deer in the right place, so you don't have it coming
you
through
go.
the
I see.
windshield. So we're better drivers.
Middle of the
than
night
we
is a
should,
perfect scenario.
Yeah.
Pick
Yeah.
the right place.
So
sure.
for me and that, and what a great question. I think I take the deer out because I am one that if I did hit it,
You're stopping.
look, listen, I'm going to call game warden. Be like, listen,
No, you're
I'm running
not.
this up.
No, because the game wardens in Bell County are assholes. No
Well,
offense. Oh, no, actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Offense. Because I've had that scenario happen multiple times, and I'm like, hey, I've got a tag. I will use it on this
Yes,
deer.
absolutely.
I saw
Yeah,
it get
so-
hit. And they're like, if you touch that deer, I'll give you a ticket and take your license. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But see, there's a Texas Parks and Wildlife office there, like where we are, so they're a little more frequent.
Yeah.
But I guarantee if they're one of these counties, whatever county we're in right now with Bernie, they'll be like, yeah, take it. You don't have to use a tag. Appreciate the phone call. Got that thing. Put it on the grill. Like, so.
You think so? You concur with that?
Yes, I would say like in Kingsland, I can get away with that.
100%. Because they
I
don't want
have
to waste
not
time.
had good relationship experiences with
I'm picking
Texas
that
Parks
up
and
now,
Wildlife assholes. So, Good for y'all. I'm glad
Yeah.
there's some good ones that still
But
exist.
I can concur on the Bell County song.
So I think if you hit the deer, have Jared call.
Yeah.
If I hit the
That's
deer,
what I'm hearing.
yeah, and I would just set the scenario
Yeah.
in Bernie, so I
Exactly.
don't even have to worry about. We're
That's
making
exactly
it all up
right.
anyway.
Or why make the phone call?
Yeah,
That's just it.
just tag it, put it in the back. They're gonna have to do an autopsy to prove cause of death
Yeah.
that I didn't shoot the damn
I
thing.
mean,
'Cause-
blunt force trauma is going to be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
figure it
listen.
out pretty quickly.
Hey, I shot him. He
100%.
fell down a ravine, and that's where all the damage came from.
Yep.
So, sorry, man.
Driver by hit it.
Yeah.
Kept on going.
He ran into a buffalo and it knocked him out. Mm-hmm. I took it.
Have you seen the video of the big giant deer at one of these ranches that a goat, like a world-class goat, picked a fight with it? Like it was thinking it was another goat and it was going to headbutt it,
I'm gonna YouTube
and it
that.
headbutted it, and the deer gored the shit
Are you
out
serious?
of this damn goat. And
I
the
was
goat's
thinking
trying
that-
to run away, and the deer's like, "Nope, you're not getting out of this one." Hunts him down and gores the shit.
I was
out
thinking
of
the
him.
other where the goat, like, head to head smoked him.
Whoa.
I haven't seen that
Did
one.
we know that Nicole Cornish is a Michigan person?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, because
I liked Nicole
Chris
before
is
this.
Iowa, right?
I knew he was
Chris is
Iowa.
the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, that's why we make fun of him.
She's Michigan.
Maybe I did know that.
Alyssa said earlier she can confirm there's absolutely no sunshine in Michigan.
Yeah,
LOL.
zero.
Yeah.
Absolute zero.
Yeah.
A lot of things when I remember that about you, because the only picture that you've sent us while we've done this pod that I didn't get super jealous of was a picture of Michigan. The snowdrift on the side of the roads. It's all like a mix of shit and pollution.
the offset.
Now,
That is the
do-
offset.
I do want to go in the summer to Michigan.
Yeah,
I want to go
should.
fishing.
It's open invitation.
Yes, that would be phenomenal.
Mark will take you fishing.
I would love that.
I do want to go to the Marquette area. Summertime.
So I have a joke. It's one of John Keela's favorite jokes.
Okay.
Bring it.
Shout out to
And
John,
and John.
who's definitely not in the office, but he's also not on this pod right
He's
now.
also not on the Bourbon Council.
Yeah.
Definitely not. and
not
he
ever.
is real
So
pissy about
one
it.
of his favorite jokes. John is also from Michigan. Did you know that? So his,
I didn't know that.
And this is a joke that him and I share a common.
'Cause he pretends that he's from
we're in
Texas.
Yeah, I think he's from. He at least spent time in Michigan.
Okay.
But what do people in Texas call people from Michigan?
Communist?
Boss.
That's cute. I mean,
No wonder John likes it.
yeah, of course. Now, the last company I worked for was in Chicago, which is basically Michigan.
It's not
No, it's
Texas,
not.
which
It's
is all you need
bingo.
to know.
The gun laws are a little different.
Yep.
All right, so it is currently 1:20, 5 minutes.
Alyssa says to bring Carrie when we go up to Michigan.
Absolutely.
No.
Yes.
You think for a hot second that chick wants to go up to Michigan?
During
Hell
the
no.
summer, she'll go up there. We'll go fish. They can hang out and do whatever.
They can take the boat.
They can take the boat.
Mark has a fishing boat. I have a non-fishing boat.
There you go.
If there's a
We'll divide and
Lululemon or a Louis Vuitton or something like that, okay, I can see that.
Sir.
I can see it. Do suburban housewives wear pink Sherpa robes and giant Coke bottle glasses in the morning in Michigan? Yeah.
Sure.
I think they do that everywhere. I think it's a universal bat signal for all of them.
It's like it is. What is the bat signal of our generation? Like if you had to, if this group of guys or your buddies or your best friends or from wherever, what would that bat signal be? Like the conch. You know, when the Lord of the Flies, you blow the conch, everybody comes in together and has a little meeting or sit down. What's the thing that gets all of your people in the same place?
I mean, there's a couple of different options, right? You can go the golf club, the golf bag option. Golf is always a great opportunity to hang out.
An old-fashioned glass.
I was going to say whiskey, bourbon, some type of
Wedding ring on top of the Clase Azul bottle.
That is absolutely Jake's bat signal. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
wedding ring on the Clase Azul bottle.
Because it goes ding, you just ring the bell. That's how we know when Jake is done and wants another drink. He just rings the bell.
Yeah.
He just,
Yeah, I don't have a good one. I mean, it's whiskey and cigars.
Jake is ringing the bell on the Clase Azul bottle. I'm raising the flag at
Ponchos.
Ponchos.
dude.
That's all you need to know about the two of us.
Yeah.
That's why I had to stop at Bass Pro Shops and buy a freaking orange vest for today.
Well, there's plenty in the shop.
Okay.
which we need to
I
probably
probably
go to.
paid
No.
10% of
I
what,
am a little scared of going in that pro shop now.
Well, we have to
Yeah.
go rent your guns there too.
Because
also.
we
have to do that.
bookended this trip with immediately going to Vegas.
Yeah.
And I need my $200 for my nickel slots.
Yeah.
But that, you lose that the minute you walk in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be faster
you're
just
done.
give them the $200.
I mean, the
bucks.
pair of
Yep.
They
socks.
pat you down, they take whatever money you
Yep.
got, and you can pick 2 items.
Kate is online and says, demonstrate how we call the kids and dogs in.
Nope.
So, okay, so
It's a little whoop whoop kind of thing. And they all come running
you
in.
now have 3 goals. And that's to hear.
Hear the woo woo.
The woo woo. The
Okay.
whistles go. woo.
So you're from Michigan. I'm sure you've seen Bob and Doug McKenzie, the Great White North.
Perhaps. Yeah, yeah.
That's my bat signal for you. When you hear that this weekend,
that's,
you're gonna be like, Jared's in need. Jared's in need.
Where's he at? I gotta find Jared. I gotta find him.
Yeah, that's gonna be my
I
Yeah.
love it. Okay.
yeah, audio signal for the Bourbon
right,
King to
good.
come find Jared.
Also, Kate, thank you for logging on
Yes.
and giving us that little
Oh,
gem.
she's over here doing play-by-play.
If you have some other little gems you want to post real
Yeah.
quick while we still got a couple of minutes?
Probably
Yeah.
need to wrap it up. And get to
Oh, we do.
Anything we need to hear about
Okay.
Jake or know?
So
for the
here we
weekend?
go. We're gonna give it away. We're gonna give the bottle away.
You gonna give it away.
Okay.
now?
We're gonna like
Give it
Red
away,
Hot
give
Chili
it away,
Peppers.
give it away
okay?
now.
What's the bottle that Josh and I are giving away?
Well, what I
In-
got, you got to give it to your mama.
What are you talking about right now?
The lyrics to the song.
Okay. Cherry
So
Poppin' Daddies
I
for the
have-
win.
So as with
Daddy's
anything, this is a multi-part. It's gonna be multi-part.
Okay,
So
of
I
course.
have my choice for a bottle giveaway for the bottle
Yep.
giveaway, but I also have a bottle giveaway as part of a gift that I'm bringing to the ensemble here.
Oh.
for the
Don't
Cherry
get
Poppin'
excited.
Daddies.
I already know what it's going to be.
So the bottle that I'm choosing
Look
to
at
give away,
Slagle over there. Look at him.
the bottle
Look at
that
what
I'm
he's
choosing
doing.
to
Are you
give away
serious? Is this
is
about to
part
happen?
of the.
Is this fucking about to happen right now?
You just dropped another F-bomb.
So the,
Nobody heard that.
Yeah.
the bottle that I'll choose, and I think it's a classic bottle. I get a lot of people will call and say, "Hey, I got to get a bottle for somebody. What do you recommend?"
Yeah.
Usually, it's kind of in this intermediate, entering the whiskey era,
Yep.
right? And so,
Okay.
I think the best introduction whiskey that you can give anybody that's a little bit exclusive, but not really
Yep.
amazing, Caribou Crossings.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm happy to. It's actually a fairly reasonably priced bottle when we can find them. A little bit tougher down south here in Texas.
I brought one.
Oh.
And I have a backup. Not here, but I have a backup.
Okay.
I'm very much willing to donate my bottle.
Okay. So that one needs
the
to go
giveaway.
home with you.
This guy.
So even if it is, whether you're a member or not, that one needs to go home with you because it won't be TABC and we're rules followers. Okay? So, by the way, you need to understand, we had to have talked about this. Caribou Crossing is in my top 3 favorite bourbons.
He knows.
Whiskeys
That's
of
why
all
he
time.
brought it.
So here's my plan. I brought one with.
Okay.
Yeah.
That bottle that I brought with is not going to survive the weekend.
Yeah.
This I'm sure.
It's not going to survive
But I
tonight.
have 14 or 15 backups of Caribou.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I will
Okay,
send.
so we're
them-
gonna give
I will
away
send
We're going to
bottle
give
of
away
Caribou.
a
Send one.
bottle of Caribou.
We'll figure it out.
Hashtag King
We'll figure it out
right
on the
now.
back end.
We're about to give away. Okay. Hashtag King.
Oh, I'm gonna sign in real quick.
Damn it. No, you can't win your own bottle. That's a very Josh and Jared thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Jake's like, Kate, did you do hashtag king?
Let's
Real quick. Slagle hashtag king.
open a beer
Okay.
bottle or can. Okay, Connie. No. Alyssa, I did. Hosers. See, Becky knows the Great White North. She's
Hosers.
cultured.
Oh, no kidding, eh?
A bunch of hosers.
Holy smokes.
I still want to hear Jake demonstrate how he
we'll
calls
hear
the
it.
kids and
Yeah, I
dogs
think
hear it
in.
this
that should
weekend.
show up on the other.
It's got
On
to.
the other
that should
pod?
Be that should be a backdrop.
We'll get a
audio
few
clip.
Class Azules in tonight
Yeah,
and we'll hear it.
100%.
That's the dinner bell. When you're done
Dinner-
cooking
oh,
tonight,
dinner bell.
Jake, that's your dinner
Dinner
bell.
bell.
You call us in
Dinner
like
bell,
you call the
that's
kids and dogs. Okay, so we're going to give away a bottle of Caribou Crossing. This is Canadian Blanton's. It's got a really cool caribou on top of it,
Beautiful bottle.
except it's
Yes.
better than Blanton's.
Agreed.
You heard it here
100%.
first. So we're going to give it away. So I'm just going to scroll, and you're going to say stop. You ready? 1, 2, 3, scroll.
Stop.
Anybody on that page?
Well, I mean, the one in the middle, but I don't think Alyssa. No, she can't win.
No.
Okay,
It's
we're
his
gonna
bottle.
do it again.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Stop.
Mother. Nope.
Yep.
Nicole.
Nicole
And it was
Cornish.
Nicole Cornish. You know what?
Congratulations.
She puts whiskey and bourbon in weird shit.
Yeah.
She makes, we do a thing for her at the restaurant. It's like a bourbon version of a Vaquero. It's
Yeah.
a coffee,
Oh, that's a
espresso,
good pair.
old fashioned.
Bourbon
And caribou would
coffee's
be
a really good pair.
fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, a little
That's a
sweeter,
great one.
Little caramel. Is it caramel, caramel? What did you guys decide last week?
It depends if
It's
you're talking
caramel.
about eating caramels or doing caramel
Okay.
sauce.
Correct.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't necessarily agree. I don't have a real opinion on it.
Yeah.
Just-
Guys, thank you for tuning in. Again,
Did you have a
dealing with
second part? I
did have a
the
second
off
part.
show.
He did have a second part.
Oh,
We gotta speed it up.
I
I
already know
thought
what
there
it's
was a
gonna
bottle
be.
for us, and then the second part was the bottle to give away.
The bottle to give away was caribou. The bottle that we're about to receive. I think you're going to be less excited about. But go
one of
ahead,
the, one
Mike.
of the phenomena that have made its way back around within our circle
Ah, shit.
has been the official, unofficial drink of the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Oh, the colors.
Is a Smirnoff Ice. So I'd like
I call green apple.
all of us.
I call green apple.
So, and I'm taking a hit on this too. So,
Which one?
So we've all been iced for Mr. Slagle, and are we pulling it down now on, or are we going to finish?
No, you have to do on.
Don't you have to take a knee?
I think you have
Isn't
to.
that the rule?
Well, you're used to it. I'm not, but
Well, you're used to both knees.
All
But
right.
can you tell that I'm still bracing my ass?
gentlemen,
Cheers,
So we're
boys.
going out. We're going to go out with this.
Go out the way we
to having
started.
the iced cherry pop
All right?
Yeah.
For the good of the people.
for
For
the
the-
good of the people.
For the good of Cherry Poppin' Daddy soup tonight.
Oh, the pink lemonade's not so bad.
Orange is kind of thick this time of day.
Oh, there's a little sliver in there.
I needed to get that out.
And now we're good.
Find a place for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, to be continued. TJ, you what,
Yep.
say that?
All of those. All of those.
What Becky said. Love you guys. Thank you. Tune in tonight. You never know what's going to happen. Never know what's going to happen.
I should have seen the ice cream. I should have known.
I
this
should have
was
too.
the perfect setup. And as soon as you started talking about